everyone, it's Megan and I am here today to do the book Sacrifice tag. So here today we are going to be sacrificing books, so do look away if you cannot stand the sight of me sacrificing books. But this is where we have scenarios and questions and I pick books that I would sacrifice to save myself. I'm so sorry books, but it would happen. It would happen. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on with sacrificing the books. So, question number 1, an overhyped book. So let's start this off with a zombie apocalypse. Let's say you're in a bookstore, just browsing, when bam, zombie attack. An announcement comes over the PA system saying that the military has discovered that zombies' only weakness is an overhyped book. What book that everyone else says is amazing, but you really hate it? Do you start chucking at the zombies, knowing that it will count as an overhyped book, and successfully wipe them out? Oh god, I have an idea. So for this one, I would be chucking The Young Elites by Murillo. This will be going at a zombie's head. Like, I would literally just like whoosh, and you know, because no, this book was so overhyped. It was, I went in and I got told, it's amazing, it's not like any other book you've read, and I give it the due, it wasn't, it really wasn't. I just couldn't stand the main character, and yeah, I like the world. I found it a bit like, what the hell moments. I had moments where I was like, why would this be happening? You know, it was not like a book where I was like, oh, everything's fine. No, I haven't even read book 2 yet. I don't think I will read book 2. It's on my shelf. So is book 3. I just haven't got around to picking them up. And it's shameful because I've heard they're really good. I heard they get better. And I don't want to do it to myself. It put me in a slump. It put me in a massive slump. So yeah, you are zombie bait. Zombie bait. I don't feel sympathy for this sacrifice. Bye bye. Number 2 is a sequel. Let's say you just left the salon with a smashing new haircut, and boom, torrential downpour. What sequel are you willing to use as an umbrella to protect yourself? So for this one, I went with The Last of August by Brittany Caravero. I liked the first book. The first book was great. I just got into this one and I was so confused and I ended up thinking what and not understand. It was so jumpy and it wasn't as great as the first book. It was kind of like, it hit what I like to call the sequel wall, which is where the sequel is never as good as the first book. So mate, we are gonna be protecting myself from the rain because my hair frizzes, so sacrificial. Sacrifice. Question number 3 is a classic. Let's say you're in a lecture and your English teacher is going on and on about how this classic changed the world, how it revolutionized literature, and you get so sick of it that you chuck the classic right at his face. Because you know what? This classic is stupid. It's worth detention just to show everyone how you feel. What classic did you chuck? So the book I do not have on me because it's at uni, and it's the book that I've read this year and I could not freaking stand it, and that is As I Lie Dying by William Faulkner. Just okay, so I read this book because it's part of my course. I've got an exam on it. I got 50% the way through and I hated it. It's one of these books that I was told it was experimental writing. It changed the world on how we see books. And I tell you now, if that's experimental writing, it was horrible. It was so bad. It's literally about this family whose mums died and she wanted to go to another town to be buried. So it's about their journey and all the thoughts and feelings of everyone who surrounded the mum. And they go, but they're all like, it's depressive, okay? It's really depressive. One of the sons is mental and tries to burn her because he thinks it's stupid, and other one's just like, what the hell? And I couldn't read it. So, you know what I did? I spark notes it because I can't sit there and read it. It's so depressive. Oh my god. So this would be at my English teacher's head, because it didn't revolutionize, it just depressed people, okay? This was the book that depressed people. So there you go. It's cited. I hate that book. So leave it alone. Number 4 is your least favourite book of life. Let's say that you're hanging out at the library when bam, global warming explodes and the world outside becomes a frozen wasteland. You're trapped and your only chance of survival is to burn a book, which is like, can we just find it? It's terrible. Okay, yeah. What is the book you first run to? Your least favourite book of all life. What book do you regret living fully? What? Do you regret? You do not regret lighting. Oh, you do not regret lighting. I thought it was like, what? Not forget living? What the hell was that? I'm gonna have a mob after me, but I have to, because it put me in a freaking... I didn't finish this for 2 months. It was that freaking like what the hell moments that I had with this book that I could not finish it. And it's part of one of my favourite series. So this one, I set a lot. I could not stand it. I could have lived without it. And that is City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. I could not stand this book. This book was like... I just can't even describe it. It was it's stuff that happens in this book. I will not spoil, because people I know might not have read this. And it's stuff that happens in this book that makes me just sit there and think, really? Really? And people who've read this are going to understand this. It's when you have the main character, Jace, and you have what he thinks, what he's having the nightmares in it, right? And, you know, we're not going to say what they're about, but it happens, and you know what I'm on about. You know what? I think this ticked everyone off. Like, I just couldn't read it. Like, it happened. I threw the book. I said, I'm not reading this. I'm not picking this up. Went off for 3 months. Picked it back up. Plowed my way through it. I kind of, like, it was like running a marathon, but on an escalator. Like on a, like an escalator. Okay? It was like literally doing that. Like, every step I took, I was going backwards. It's like some... Oh, it was horrible. I couldn't stand it. So yeah, this would be like I'd sit there like, yeah, burn. I'd survive. I have no sympathy with killing this. Bye-bye. Bye. That, guys, ends my book sacrifice tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do leave me a comment down below telling me what books that you would sacrifice in your, like, this position. I'm going to tag some people. I'm going to tag Steph over at The Little Bookberry, Christina. Don't want to say the last name because I'm probably going to mess it up, but I would link her channel down below. So if you like this video, do leave me a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe to be part of my online bookish family, do so with the lovely big subscribe button. It's big, it's red, it says subscribe. Please do feel free to press it. And without further ado, I will see you next time. Bye!